So today we're going to be talking about a couple new updates to Dragon Ball Legends and why you should be very careful about how you proceed with playing the game with these new updates. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the new pity system that they unveiled to kind of help you out in the event that you're summoning a lot and not really getting any new characters. And we're also going to be talking about the new Legends Pass system, which is a new subscription service that's completely separate from the battle plan with all the missions where you can buy like the extra Chrono Crystals rewards, completely separate from that. That's not going anywhere. This is in addition to that, and it's got some other interesting features. I'm curious, let me know down in the comments how many of you guys currently pay for the mission plan pretty regularly. Let me know. And also, while you're there, be sure to turn the like button Super Saiyan Blue and subscribe for some more awesome content. I currently live stream on this channel every Monday and Wednesday here directly on YouTube, so turn on the little bell so that way you don't miss any of that. Also, shout out to some of our new subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel here pretty recently. If you want to go ahead and subscribe or join or leave a little tip, then your name will actually pop up in the description of not only this video, but every single YouTube video that I have on YouTube, which is quite a bit at this point. Anyway, it's quite a bit of magic that we got going on, so check that out. So first off, with the new pity system, I'll talk about that since it was technically unveiled a little bit before the other system. So basically, if we take a look here, you'll see some of the more details. These were listed in the game, but basically after each summon in, you know, a traditional banner going forward, you're going to get these summoning coins, and we'll see kind of how this plays out in the new LF Frieza banner. I assume that's going to be the first banner to actually have that. But basically, by the end of doing a full rotation, you're going to have 6 of these summoning coins. And then if we take a look and see what you can actually use these summoning coins for, basically you need 5 of them to get a guaranteed sparking summon ticket, which is, you know, interesting because that's kind of the same system that they've got now. Normally they'll give you tickets and then you need like 5 of them to do a guaranteed sparking. So that's pretty much exactly the same as far as that goes. You'll just basically get a free sparking guaranteed. Not really anything different there. But if you save them up for a little while longer, you can actually get LFZ power, which I like because most of the time, you know, I feel like people probably are gonna just do a few rotations and then dip with the guaranteed sparking like you normally would. And it kind of depends if it's one of those things where the guaranteed sparking has like a better percentage drop rate of the featured LF than the normal Chrono Crystals multis, because I know sometimes they do that on the ticket summon, so I'm curious if they're going to do that as well, if that's going to stay. And so you can get like different amounts of LFZ power that you could use towards a Legends limited character that you've already pulled. But if you save up to get 50 summoning coins, you can get 600 LFZ power for the new Legends limited character. So basically you do have a guaranteed shot at getting the new LF, and I'm really all for this, in all honesty. I mean, there are definitely games that have done a pity system better, don't get me wrong, but I think this is a step in the right direction, and I feel like they're going to build upon this and maybe improve it over the next months and years. I mean, they can't start out with everything being absolutely perfect right off the bat, because A, they want to keep us engaged. You know, they know people are not going to be like completely happy with this. So then when they unveil some more improvements to it throughout the next months and years, people are going to be happy about it. And also, for sure, they're going to make it as stingy as possible when they first start. And then if it turns out that it's still too stingy and they want to add more, then they can like tweak it and make it a little bit more generous. Whereas if they accidentally started out too generous and they're not making any money, then they seem like absolute monsters for dialing it back and making it a little bit more stingy. So it's a lot easier to start out kind of stingy, which I think is what they're going for, which is not bad for a start. So, I mean, my math may not have been 100% correct because I don't really feel like doing all that, but I mean, it is a good amount of summons, but I do like that there is a way to guaranteed get the new LF. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've dumped an obscene amount of crystals into a banner and not gotten the LF, and it's very disheartening, and it makes me not want to do it again. Like, I usually, like, dread going into a new LF banner because I know that my luck, I'm probably not even going to get it. But it's nice that there is a guaranteed way. If you summon enough, you will absolutely, for sure, get that character. I like it. Again, and they'll probably make it even better. You can also get some Legends tickets as well to exchange for Z powers and all that. So, I mean, yeah, like beforehand, the Legends ticket was the closest thing we had to a pity system where you could go in and buy Z power for some of the particular LFs that they put on there, but they didn't really have like a great way to get Z power for existing LFs, and they definitely didn't have any way at all of getting like guaranteed Z power for the new LF, which, again, step in the right direction in my opinion. Kudos, I'm happy for it. But let's talk a little bit more about this other thing that's going on. This is the new monthly subscription service. They announced this a little bit more recently, and so I wanted to talk about it with this. And so basically, this is a new subscription service. We don't at this time know how much it's going to cost, but I'm going to assume $8 a month. That's going to be my assumption because that's how much the battle pass thing for the missions costs, which, like I said earlier in the video, this is going to be completely separate from that. You can get both. You can get one or the other, it looks like. The first perk is the most peculiar one on here, though. It is the Prime ticket printing robot, which I assume is going to be a lot like the little robot you can get from the shop where he prints like chrono crystals or skip tickets or things like that. The only thing is we have no freaking idea what the Prime tickets are. If you look at the image, I mean, it kind of looks like a summoning ticket, or it might be an exchange shop thing. So I'm curious about that. Now, if that is something that kind of goes in line with this pity system, considering they were announced within a few days of each other, I think it's very possible that like doing this subscription service might be a way to guarantee that you get the new LF every month, because it seems like, you know, they're releasing a new LF every month. I'm into it if that's the case, because I'm all for paying like $8 a month and like guaranteed getting the new LF or something like that, or even just having a really high rate, you know, like, because right now I'm dumping way more than $8 a month into these new LF banners so I can summon. So if I could do like $8 to $10 or something like that, hell, maybe even closer to 15, I don't know, that might be pushing it, to guaranteed get the new LF, or at least to get some really awesome resources. I don't know if it's like an exchange shop thing that you do with those tickets. I'm interested in it. Now, perk number 2 is what you guys really have to be scared of. Perk number 2, you get 400 plus equipment slots, which is really great considering that they've just made some new changes to the PvP meta. If you watch the video and stuff, where like basically they are going to try to keep different teams alive by making kind of battle bonus characters in PvP. So I think it would be really cool to be able to keep a lot of extra equipment around, so that way you're able to quickly like put in equipment for a bunch of different teams all at once. So 400 equipment slots is great, though. Oh my god, that is something that should be included for free. Absolutely. Like, or at least like 100 or 200 more slots, you know? But what's scary about that, and people have pointed it out on Twitter, I believe Gresh was the first one to point it out, but I read it from Zihal, I think. Supposedly, you know, say you're paying for this battle pass or this subscription and then you stop, all of your equipment that you have, like your equipment is going to instantly be full, you know? So like, say you quit paying for the subscription and now your equipment limit is back to normal, your equipment box is automatically completely full, in fact, over full. And therefore, you're barely going to be able to play the game at all, because if you've ever had a full equipment inventory, which if you play the game a lot, I'm sure you have, like you go to play PvP or certain events that have the chance of dropping equipment, then the game tells you, hey, you can't play this mode until you go sell some equipment, basically. And so I'm kind of scared about that. It's like, is it going to be kept in a separate box somehow? But like, I don't see how that's going to work very well. I mean, I'm not a game developer, so maybe they've got something in mind. I'm sure that now that people are pointing out that flaw, they're working on some sort of solution. But then again, maybe they're doing that to really get you by the balls, so that way if you do pay for it once, you're pretty much obligated to pay for it forever. But I think that that's going to do more harm than good. I see the business mindset. If I were a guy in a suit, I would probably think that's great, because then we're really going to lock people into getting it once and then keeping it forever. But I think if anything, that's going to deter people. You're going to get your guys who buy it once or twice or every now and then during like peak seasons of the game, like, you know, anniversary or like New Year's and stuff like that. And then they're going to, you know, quit paying for it because like maybe, you know, they hit like a financial rough spot, or maybe they're just playing the game less because there's less stuff going on. And then they're not going to play the game at all, because like the game will be pretty much unplayable. So instead of just playing it casually, they're just going to drop the game entirely. And I don't want that to happen to any of you guys or anything. So be leery of that. Again, you know, we don't have the full details. They could very well fix that to where it doesn't completely ruin the game, but I don't know, man. I could see the benefits if I were a guy in a suit to making it broken like that. You also get 5 new preset slots, which is whatever. Faster auto mode, which I'm pretty salty about, because I love auto mode in the game. You know, I use that for a lot of my PvE events when I'm grinding, so whatever. I mean, I don't know. I wish that was, again, included for free. It seems like a strange thing to make a paid feature for, but I guess I get it. The login bonus selections +1, it looks like basically you can choose 2 different login bonuses, which is like, whatever. Sometimes I want to get 50 rare metals and 10 chrono crystals, but like it's never that big of a deal. They would have to really improve our login bonus selections for me to actually give a crap about that. And then 2 extra adventure slots, which again, I don't really care. That's not really a lot. Like the only thing that I care about with adventures is more so like the missions that you get for completing a certain amount of adventures. So I guess that'll help speed up that, but not enough for me to actually care that much. So anyway, I believe that these are going to be very like tied in together. Like I said, I think that those little tickets or whatever you get from the first perk of this thing are going to be related to the pity system and are going to be kind of another way, which I'm here for it. If there's a way that you can spend a little bit of money and guaranteed get the new unit, I'm all here for it, you know? I just hope that those tickets are not useless is my main thing, because those tickets are the only thing that would even make me consider getting this freaking worthless battle plan, unless it was like $1 a month or something like that, like something very, very, very minuscule. Then I don't think people are going to get it unless those tickets are a huge advantage. So yeah, with that information, I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on these new systems. Be sure to let me know down in the comments. And for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day and goodbye. Go check out some of my other Dragon Ball Legends content. Click these little boxes and things here on the screen. Peace.